I got eggs Benedict with salmon. You know, I knew it was gonna be a little dicey because the eggs Benny was not on the menu. But there was a variety of eggs and I was like, hey, could I get eggs Benny? And she's like, absolutely. And I was like, okay, I'll have it with like bacon or ham, like whatever you do. And then she's like, oh, you want bacon on the side? I'm like, just like whatever, however it comes. I know sometimes it comes, you know, and I said salmon, I said spinach, I said ham. Well, I got salmon. Your pancakes look great. You're gonna have to share those with me. So room service quoted me 35 to 40 minutes and it came in 44 minutes. So I'd say that's pretty accurate. And then I'm not sure if we've really talked about, but they have the, you know, like magic box here. So we're gonna put the dirty dishes from breakfast into the box and then
it's a big box.
It is a big box, actually, 2-story. We're gonna put those into the box and then they are able to access it from outside. So they could drop off in the box and then they could also pick up in the box. Right from here. I have my pile of clothes that I am not taking back home with me. So I'm gonna write it all down. So in case housekeeping wants anything. And I just use Google Translate. Kev, you're being very loud back there.
Sorry.
It's being very loud for you guys. I just use Google Translate, so like sometimes, maybe it's not always correct, but it's gonna be more correct than what I know how to say. So, linen pants. It just shows you what it is, and I just write it down, and that's how it goes. And then if they would like it, then they can get past security when they leave, and if not, they can just throw the whole bag away, and that's it. Floral tank top.
Camiseta sin mangas con estampado floral.
That's a long one. Maybe I should have said floral shirt.
All right, so time to go home soon. Gonna get my last coffee at Aroma here. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do with my iced Americano. I'm gonna add in Bailey's, which I got from the bar last night. Kind of set it in before last night. Set in. And voila. They do not serve alcohol before 10 a.m. here. Unless you want like mimosas or Bloody Marys, they do, but no alcohol.
What do they serve at the Martini bar? Because that opens at 9.
Oh, 9, I guess.
Okay, and I got my visit tax all paid up, so I'm just gonna take a screenshot of both of those in case anyone in the airport wants to see them. And if you've never paid the visit tax, it's very easy. They just ask for your departure date, your the names of all the travelers, and then you put in your passport numbers for each traveler, and then that's it. And then they email you over a copy. So I have a copy, so I'm gonna save that, and then I also saved the screenshots. And then you're good to go. You're compliant and you don't have to worry about any fines or any hassles or anything slowing you down. And let me see what the conversion rate for today is. Let me log into my credit card and see what that costs. Last time it was around $28 in, when was I here? February. So 2 months ago. So yeah, $28.80 is what it just came for. So $30 for 2 people just to make sure that you are good to go. One thing I did learn was that with the automatic light sensors in the bathroom, maintenance can turn those off. So if those are annoying to you, when you get here, just tell the concierge that you want maintenance to turn off your bathroom sensors, and then they won't be going off when you get up in the middle of the night. However, if you don't really care too much about that, but you want a way to turn it off, I just learned yesterday that by the bed, there is a Z button, and it looks like this. And if you press that button, it's going to turn off all the lights, even the bathroom sensor light that went on. So you just hit that one. And that's what I learned. You know, they got all these fancy buttons here, and it takes a minute to learn them, but a minute, yeah. Like you don't know them until you're leaving. But yeah, the bathroom light sensor was super annoying. So I'm glad that there is a way to turn that off. It reminds me of Hilton Playa del Carmen. Remember where the light would turn off after like 3 seconds in the bathroom? Yeah. So yeah, so our pickup is at 9 o'clock. It was at 9:20. I switched it the other day to a little bit earlier because I think my flight changed and I never told Seasons that my flight was different. So I just moved it up a little bit. That way we're not scrambling like last time. And we opted to take our own bags down. So yesterday the bellhops called proactively and asked to confirm our pickup time and then what time we wanted them to come and grab the bags. We only have like, you know, our 2 small carry-on bags and then backpacks, so we don't need any assistance. And we're also in building 1, which is where the lobby is, so it's super easy to just go down the elevator. We don't need any help. And so our pickup is at 9 and right now it's 8:20, so we'll be out of here in the next 10 minutes. That way we have enough time to check out, get our checkout pass. You know, I just hate to be like running. I see so many times when we're waiting for our shuttle that there's shuttle drivers there waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And then people show up and they're like all haphazard or they don't know that they needed to check out. I don't like to be that person. I want to be very respectful of the driver's time. All right, we got our printed boarding pass. We got Visitax people right behind us checking everyone's QR code. So I already have mine all ready to go. Make sure you have yours. No way we're getting in the Mirror Lounge today. The line is the longest I've ever seen it. It's probably like 40 people deep. We board in 35 minutes, so we're just not even going to attempt this. However, I'm gonna stand over here and use their Wi-Fi because it works well. But yeah, the last 2 times we've come in here, it has been mobbed. Yeah.
I think everybody's going there now. Like, yeah. It's small for...
Yeah, they need to make a new one. We almost got stopped to get our bag checked. They picked the lady in front of us. It's like my worst fear. I can't have my bag. I just sit on my bag to close it. Can't be doing that on the jet bridge. No issues to report flying back home to New York City. We flew with American Airlines and it was about 3.5 hours. The cabin was kind of crazy because we were surrounded by little kids, but that's what happens when you travel over spring break. For a meal in the air, Kevin had chicken and rice, and I had veggies and ravioli. And then for dessert, we did a chocolate mousse and cheese and crackers. When we landed in New York City, it was pretty crazy at customs. Usually we get through in about 10 minutes, but this day, no lines moved. They were not only doing facial scanners, but they were double fingerprinting everyone. So it took so long to get through. Okay, we made it. We're getting on the air train soon. Customs, long, like an hour long. Lines didn't move. Then my passport is flagged, I found out. So apparently when I renewed this one, instead of just like renewing it, they listed my old one as stolen something, that's what she was saying. So now I'm like flagged in the system for the next 10 years. So I have to like, I gotta like fill out a form and all that nonsense. But now we got our 3 trains and an Uber and I don't know. Trains down. We have 1 more to go. We are at Grand Central. We had to make like a decision because there was a train leaving at 5:45 and we got into Grand Central at 5:30, so we would have had to run to get to that train, and that got home at 7:50. Or there was a train that leaves 40 minutes after that at 6:30, but it only has 3 stops, so it only gets in 5 minutes after that one. So we're gonna take that one because we would have had to run, and then there probably would have been no seats because when you arrive to the train that late. So, yeah. So I think we're just gonna grab some food. Now we can be a little more leisurely and still get home basically at the same time. Yeah, so 3 stops is better than the 17 the first train was gonna have. So I think we'll say goodbye to you for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we're gonna see you really soon in another vlog series. No, it's not another vlog series. You're gonna see the review after this. I always forget about the review.
Give it a thumbs up.
All right, bye. It just didn't feel right to be at Grand Central and not get some pizza, so Kev and I shared a slice, and then my girl from the chocolate shop, she hooked us up before we left, Excellence, and so we thoroughly enjoyed some of those fresh chocolates on the train. And like I mentioned, this was an express train. It only had 3 stops, so it was a 90-minute long train ride, which was not bad at all. We ended up walking in the house at about 8:45 p.m. So we'll see you soon for the review video, and then we're excited to be starting a new vlog series really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.